Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another episode of Southside Struggle, the Chicago White Sox rebuild series. Episode, I think 36 now. And it's been an absolute journey, guys. But we are here in season 4, and we have been absolutely just horrendous. 46, last in the division. We are second to last in the American League, but the Blue Jays are coming in 16 games below, are out of the wild card. I don't even know what they want to. 28 games back in their division. We're only 6.5 or 8.5 hours, and we're only 4.5 off a wild card spot. So we're going to be fighting for a wild card spot. It looks like this year we are 7 games back, or I guess 8.5 technically, off of the Twins for first place. So it's not impossible. We're ranked the first team in the league, but it's not impossible. We're going to simulate. The draft is in 3 weeks, or 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And we'll be doing that in this episode as well. So we're just going to simulate until then. We'll do the draft, and we'll probably just try to finish out this month. Next episode, we'll probably follow up with some of our prospects. We haven't done a prospect check-in. And then from there, we'll go on to finish the season out in a video or two and go from there. So, with that being said, we'll go ahead and simulate. And in the first game of the video, or the first possible game of the video, we will have a moment tie game, top of the ninth. Danny Jansen. Or bottom of the 8th, Danny Jansen on against the Royals. 100 miles per hour past him by Hernandez. Jansen is batting 3 for 4 today. He's another one here. If he's going to help us win this game. Just a little late on that slider. We're going to contact swing. We've seen it poke something in the outfield, score a run. Oh, 101! What are we doing? We did get good timing on that. But we were just a little bit under it. We fouled the 4th one off in a row. 12-6. At 86 miles an hour. Jeez Louise. Foul off another one. As we're still 0-2 through 5 pitches. Come on, baby. All right, first ball of the at-bat on pitch number 6. What a way to fight out there by Danny. That was a good one. That'll be just not great contact. A little bit down the right side of the field, and it'll be a fly out. Here, oh, the Royals get one on the top is off a Devers solo shot. Tanner Scott to face Sosa with the runner on first. Come on, Sosa. First one up in the zone. Will be ball 1, 1-0. Tanner Scott, we've seen him a lot recently. Oh my God, 111 off the bat. Oh, 1-1 now for Sosa. That was absolutely crazy if he would have hit that. Wow, he's way too early on it. 1-2 now. Come on, Sosa, we need you. And he gets hit. Thank God, because I fucking pressed X. Sorry for cussing. Robert Jr. up in the 8-hole with a runner in scoring position. Come on, Robert. That is freaking awful, man. 22 speed, we're not going to send him. What are we doing? You were so just dog. God. We need to move him at the trade deadline, man. But we do have Nick Senzel up to bat. He has some absolute... Oh no, he's just actual average against lefties. Take that for ball 1-1-1. I thought he had a lot more power against lefties, but I suppose not. God bless. Check swing 1. So we're going to lose this game because I can't freaking hit. 2-2, 98 on the gun. Up and away. Thank God we fouled that off. Whew. Barely gets to it. A couple inches below the zone. So the tying run at second. Still 2-2. Shout out Senzel, baby. That, whew. I don't know if we would have actually gotten to that. Good timing on it. That is absolute on the edge. What an amazing take by Senzel. Get one through the infield, and that'll be a double play in the game. I freaking hate it here, man. Just unfortunate stuff from the boys. Oh, Schuster gives up 2 runs in the 6th, and that is really what's going to do it for us. Stinks. Really, really stinks. It is what it is, I guess. That's basically this whole season. It is what it is. Silva gets another injury. He's been injury prone this season. It was quick. His Twins are offering us something. Divya Garcia for Luis Torrens. Luis is a catcher. At 30 years old, only 72 overall. We are going to say no thank you to that, and we're going to be on our merry way. I don't even know if we would trade anybody. They do have a 23-year-old that's beat. He's 855. We don't even need a... Well, we technically need a catcher, but... Jansen on 12-game hit streak. What in the world? As the Orioles are 7-0 on us. 56-28 this season. Jeez Louise. So we are not going to come back in this one, but hopefully we can extend the streak for Jansen. Take pitch 1 for a ball. Not a bad take by Jansen. We do swing that up above the zone for strike 1. 1-1. Base is empty. Pretty much been empty this whole game. Only 4 hits for us. That one. How are we late on that? There's no shot we're late on that. Emerson Hancock. 1-2 on us. And that's absolutely deep to left field. And that'll be a solo shot. 105 on the bat for Jansen. Get 1 on the board for us. So we will not be shut out tonight. But it doesn't look like we're going to get the win unless that has started something that we won't be able to see. But that, we do extend the hit streak. I think that's the first time we've actually ever extended the hit streak when we come in for that. Nah, maybe not the first time, but one of the few times. As they stay on for the win, 7-1 fashion. So that was our only run of the game. But honestly, it was a good one. 1 for 3 today for Danny with a moonshot to deep left center field. Is that our 4th game in a row that we've lost? Bases loaded for Joe Barlow. In the top of the 8th, only 1 away, so a double play is in effect. But I don't really want to get a double play. I want to strike somebody out. That's not going to be the way to start it. Tucker is 0 for 4 today. If anybody's going to strike out or not get a hit, it looks like it's going to be him. He's on top of that one, fouls it off behind the catcher. 1-1. Takes pitch for strike 2, pitch number 3. 4-seamer up in the zone. He looks at strike 3. Kyle Tucker will sit down. And we'll be facing Jordan Westberg, 1 for 4 today. Let's keep it that way. Oh, almost on the edge there, but we don't get the call. Going to throw this 2-seamer, the worst pitch in the game. Foul it off into the backstop there for strike 1. 4-seamer coming in at you. He's under it in the foul territory. Vaughn should be able to make that play. If he doesn't, we're selling him. We're not going to sell him. And that is something I need to decide, right? I didn't mean to finish this game. We could very well sell and move on and have a rebuild year. Or we could work on keeping our guys and trying to add and try to work our way back. We're not that far down. We're not that far down, so we definitely could work through it. I'm not finishing this game. Sorry. Sorry if I want to see that game, but I wasn't planning on finishing it. We defeat the Orioles. That's good. Good thing we didn't finish it. Robert Jr. homer. We would have not hit a home run with him, so I'm glad we simulated that. I meant to simulate it. I was going to finish it, but honestly, it's going to take too long. I was trying to get to the draft before we leave to, or well, before we get to the pausing point. Sandy Alcantara will go from the Marlins to the Tigers. Oh no. The Tigers just got stronger for a 25-year-old shortstop at 74 overall. A starting pitcher and a third baseman. 3 prospects. Interesting stuff going on in the league. As Jimenez has hit 2 homers today. And we are only 3-0. He has all of our RBIs. We have a runner in scoring position for him. Hopefully he can put us up 1 more run. Maybe even 2 here in San Diego. Top of the 8th. 1 away. 1 on. Facing John McMillan in a swing way early on that slider. Good change of speed for him. 0-1. Where do y'all rank San Diego's jerseys? They're interesting. I don't know if I like them. Maybe that's just because I have a bias against Padres. That was a good rip in a deep right center field. Is that going to get it? No, it's not going to get behind him. That's not going to get behind him, but we will take the runner up. But what do y'all think about the Padres City Connect jerseys? They're cool. They have some bright colors on them and stuff like that, different sleeve colors. I kind of like them, but at the same time, I'm not a Padres fan. As we stay on to win the game. But let me know in the comments what you all think. I'm interested to see what the population thinks about, you know, the Padres jerseys. I'm going to keep continuing as Devia Garcia's on to get, not even to get the save. Zeros through 9.5 or 8.5 today. We need to get through here. 2 away. One on, 2 on. For Ethan Salas, and we'll ground to Gonzalez. And that'll be a gold badge there at second base today. And we'll get the out at first to get through 7 or 9 innings. Completely unscathed both ways as the Padres get a 1 on an RBI single in extras. 10th inning, man. We had more hits too. Unfortunate. Rivera 2 for 4. Eloy Jimenez 2 for 4. Andrew Vaughn 1 for 4. So there's our 5 hits. That stinks, man. Back up here against the Reds today. Down 1 in Cincinnati. We are still 9 games below 500, man. It's just bad beats all day, every day. As Vaughn will be taking on Cruz. Ooh, an absolute dot by Cruz, up and out for strikeout. 0-1. We get 2, no outs here. So 3 outs to work with in the bottom of the 8th. The top of the 8th, not bottom. Good timing by Vaughn, but he will foul it off behind him. 0-2. Working up in the zone by Cruz. Been 3 pitches straight up there. Pretty close cluster. As we have a good timing again, but we foul it off behind us. Switches the speed up on us and gets a swing early on that slider. What a good pitch combo. Oh, it was in the zone too, so we had a swing, but we just didn't time it up well. We have 1 away. Oh, there's going to be a fly out into right field. 2 down now. And we 2 on, and we're at 2 away. Who's up next? Teoscar. If anybody's going to do it for us, it's going to be Teoscar. We have had such a good career with him on the White Sox, man. It's been great. And I say that as I swing. Thank you, sir. Check swing for that. Fans aren't happy about that one, but honestly, I don't care. They're not our fans. 1-0 now. Ooh, what a splitter. Just drops off the face of the earth there for strike 1. Swing and missing. 1-1 now. Just can't catch up to it. Overpowers us. 1-2. And this just does not look good for Teoscar. Take the next one for ball, so we're able to work it even. We need a little bit more than that. We need a hit. We need something. We need a homer. We need something, Teoscar. Dude, that splitter's disgusting. I can just not fool with it. Oh, man. A missed opportunity for us for sure. As the Reds will stay on to win. As Rhett Lauder is in the MLB now. Went 6 innings, 1-run ball. Flaherty went 5 2/3 with 2 runs, and we still can't get the win. Not good. Man, bad beat for us so far. So back here with 1 day left before the draft. We're going to get straight into it. Before that, we have to continue Gleyber Torres' 2-homer day. Up 4-1 here against the Tampa Bay Rays. Still 10 games below 500, man. And I don't think we're going to make the playoffs this year, but we'll have to wait and see. As Eldon Lyons hosts a nasty curveball for ball, and that drops off the face of the earth. Jeez Louise. There's a slider for strike 1. 1-1 for Torres. He probably has like all of our RBIs today. 4-seamer above the zone by a foot. Will be ball 2. Swing and a miss. 2-seamer just above the zone. 2-2 now. Big looking curveball. Will be strike 3. Out number 1. We have another chance though as Vaughn hits a 2 RBI homer. Swing and miss. Too early on that slider. Change speeds on us. 0-1, 2 outs, 2 on. Here in the top of the 9th. 6-1 for the White Sox. We foul a four-seamer at 97 on the edge of the zone. 1-2 now.
And the pitch.
Ooh, it was a good rip. And they'll get down for another run as Robert moves up to second base. Teoscar was in a 1-for-28 slump. Jeez Louise, but he does get a 2-hit day today. Or I guess yesterday, technically if they're recapping. And that'll be it before the draft. I think that we're going to finish out the draft in this video, look over that, and then possibly do All-Star Weekend. We'll see how long the draft takes us. I think we're already 15 or so minutes into this video. I'm recording in 2 parts, so let's go to the draft. So we've been it's kind of been a weird draft cycle where you have a 21st, 34th, 58th, and 96 all in the top 100. So we might get 4 top 100 guys. We'll have to wait and see. But looking here, you can kind of see the draft picks. The Brooke Navarro relief pitcher looks very, very good, but he'll probably be taken very early on in this. And then you got Russ Brady at first base, which is a position we would like to fill, but we don't draft that early. And we scout him just in case he does fall to us. We'll have to wait and see. And then you have a starting pitcher, Donovan Lazara, throws our righty, has a decent two-seamer, it looks like. Pitch velocity good as well. Runs it up almost 100 miles an hour. And you got Mark Marlin, a closing pitcher out of Illinois. It's a 4-pitch mix as well. Pretty good stats on all those. But there's been a lot of pitchers and stuff, you know, closing pitchers, relief pitchers and stuff, with Clay Idom at second base, slotted in for what, number 6 on the MLB, number 5 on our draft board. And you have James Rich, another starting pitcher, who's 5th on the draft board for the MLB. 7th, you have John McDaniels, another starting pitcher, which looks, I mean, if it's anything but pre-scouted, I mean, 10% scouting doesn't do much, but if he can get close to anything, he'll be absolutely insane. With only 78 to 83 velocity, he tops out at 98 on that 4-seamer, which is absolutely absurd. Then you got Rafael Samuel in center field coming out of the Dominican Republic. And you have Jason McClure, another starting pitcher. Just so many starting pitchers all the time. And he throws some heat. 99 on the 4-seam, 96 on the 2-seam, slider curve combo. And then we have Eddie Ruiz, a closing pitcher, sliding in at number 11. Another 4-pitch mix guy. So there's been more guys that have 4-pitch mixes recently, which is good. And then another closer. So many closers, man. There's going to be so many closers in the majors. That's something they need to fix next year. I feel like there needs to be more just generic players, just regular fielding positions. And then Elton Helton, heck of a name, coming at number 12. Decent contact and power versus righties. Lefty falls off a little bit. Another closing pitcher is James Douglas. We're just going to go through the top 15, and then we're going to kind of showcase who we are going to select, at least in the top 100, because, you know, outside of that, it's just kind of a crapshoot. Franklin Bowser, a second baseman. Ton of second baseman in this draft. Good contact, good vision. Stealing's all right, but without the speed, what's the point? Owen Thompson is a guy that we're looking at. Oh, we're not in the top 100. LOL. But Owen Thompson, he was 15th on our board, 25th in the MLB ranks. We might select him. He's a shortstop. We don't really need a shortstop. I was looking more for first baseman, center field, and I think catcher. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll just scroll through a couple of these guys, just kind of showcase them. But looking at the guys that we've scouted, other than Russ Bradbury, just because we did, just for fun. We have Owen Thompson, will possibly sign in for us in the second position, depending on how things fall. Gabriel Carmona, he's another one we would like. He's first base, could backfill Vaughn if he just doesn't really pan out. 80% interest with us, though. Not the greatest hitting stats, but fielding, he is absolutely a gem over there at first base. But, you know, at the end of the day, first base is not really where you need a lot of good fielding. I mean, he's only 21, 6'1". Potential looks very good overall. Man, he can play both corners, so that's good. Lefty bat, throws lefty as well, so it might be good. We do need lefties in the lineup. Brian Zarate out of the Dominican Republic. Carmana's out of Venezuela. Zarate is another first baseman. A little bit better potential. Overall, suffers just a little bit. He's 6'3", a little bit better bat, but fielding suffers a little bit more as well. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Plays left field, but not right. Interesting enough. And then you have Connie Sanchez. 95% scouted. He has insane contact, insane speed. He's slotted in at the 26, 29 spots for us, and then for the major, or I guess for the MLB, and then for us. I mean, honestly, if he's a contact guy with speed, that's something else we need, is a speedster up the top of our lineup. And I mean, if he makes good contact and has decent vision and discipline, it's kind of where you want him. But then he doesn't really have good fielding. I guess we could stick him at second base, because at the end of the day, you don't need amazing fielding at second base. You need some decent fielding, but honestly, you don't need that much. The left side of the infield's better for great defensive players and stuff like that. Potential's not really there. Tops out at 88. Overall is a little lower as well, so he probably is not on our highest list. And you have Tyler Yates. He was a 18th projected draft pick, but he fell to 39 for us, so maybe we can sneak him up in the second pick for us. But we'll have to wait and see. Didn't really pop out anything. Power left is good. Power right's all right. 5'11", 18 years old. Potential if he can get it, high 980s, then he would be good. But outside of that, we'll have to see. Carmen Mamula. We didn't really scout much of him. Only 45%. But he's a good lefty hitter, it seems. And then you have Will Wilkes, whatever you want to pronounce it. He plays middle infield, second and shortstop. Good contact. Left, good contact, or good power left. And then okay power, okay contact righties. Fielding speed, just amazing. Vision's good. So this guy might be a good shoo-in for us. Potential is kind of where he suffers. Overall, though, might be decent. He's a righty, which is not what we need necessarily, but at 19 years old, could be a shoo-in for us. And you have Hank Neal, a relief pitcher, 18 years old, throws absolute gas. 94 to 99 on the four seam, curveball, cutter, slider. 99 on that cutter, which is his best pitch, it looks like. He might be somebody, if he can fall to us, we might take, but with 21 as his draft slot for the MLB, somebody might take him if they haven't scouted him, just because he probably pans out really good unscouted as well. And then Rolando Gamble, we could gamble with him. Not really anything at hitting, but fielding's good, great, even, and then speed is really where he shines as well. And then Ray Casales, shortstop, plays second and third as well. Not very good potential, not very good overall, but fielding and speed, he's an absolute demon at. So we could use him just, if we can get him, just as a speedster that can field, pinch hit, and then stay in the game to field kind of situations and stuff like that. We'll have to wait and see. Matt Gonzalez is probably going to be the last guy we cover. He's a first baseman, 18 years old, 6'4", out of the Dominican Republic. 70-86 potential. Overall, it's not great, but he does play third base and both corners. Discipline's all right. Contact left's good. Contact right's okay. Power's not really there for a first baseman you would like to see, and then fielding's not really there either. So he could maybe slot in as a DH, but with the power not being there, you don't really want to take up that spot. But that is that. That's about halfway through. We'll kind of scroll through the rest of these guys to showcase who we scouted. It was kind of a weird year. There weren't a lot of guys that we wanted around the draft slots we got, so we just kind of winged it a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and add all these, and we'll be right back. And getting back into the draft, we've selected everybody. We are drafting 21st, so we'll get straight into it. The Rangers are selecting first overall, or the Tigers. I don't know how I got the Rangers, but they'll take Russ Bradbury, the first baseman, who looks like he's going to be a very, very good player for them. So I'm excited to see how he pans out. We'll have to keep touch base with him going forward. And at number 2, it'll be the Athletics selecting up front once again as they take Donovan Salazar. 4th spot for MLB, 3rd spot for our board. Looks like he grades out very, very well. 4-year junior. Interesting. 21 years old. Throws right, bats left. Not that batting really matters for pitching nowadays. But that is that. Number 2 overall. Coming in at number 3 will be the Miami Marlins taking James Rich. Another starting pitcher. Grades out a little bit worse. Was a little bit behind him in the draft order. But they take him. And we'll be excited to see how these guys pan out. He's a little younger as well. So a little bit more time to develop in the majors. So we'll go ahead and simulate to our pick. And then look at this real quick. We got Greg Raymond, Clay Idom, John McDaniel, Raphael, Samuel, Will, Wookiees. The guy we were looking at, they selected him way up in there. Interesting enough. We'll have to take a look at him going forward when we sign the guys. We'll go ahead and kind of skate through. And then Tyler Yates, interesting. Gets drafted a little bit earlier than what he was slotted. And then way earlier than we thought he would go for. So I'm not sure what the Mets saw in him that we did. And then Ray Casillas, a shortstop guy we weren't super high on. Oh, this was a guy that was really fast, good at fielding, wasn't great at hitting. And Owen Thomas, Rolando Gamble. The Rays are gambling on him because we had him way lower than that. And then Annie Colbert. Interesting. He fell a lot in our draft. So let's go ahead and look at our draft picks. Let's look at our scouted guys. I mean, honestly, it probably makes the most sense to go with Gabriel Carmano. He's good on contact throughout. Discipline's good. Fielding's good. Speed doesn't really matter for a first baseman. Can play both corners, so maybe it does matter a little bit more. Arm strength isn't really there to play right field, so maybe he might be relegated to left. And then Brian Zarate. I don't know. Looking at this, it would just only make sense to really go for Carmana. It's probably what I'm going to go with. I don't think anybody else grades out a little bit higher than him. So we're going to go with Gabriel Carmano. Or Carmona? Carmona. That's probably how you pronounce that. Has 74 to 86 potential. Overall 61 to 73. He's 21, so a little younger than what you can get. I think 23 is the highest you can get in the draft. And he's lefty, which is what we need. We need lefty bats, so that's another benefit for us. So go ahead and simulate to the next pick. We're going to look at the rest of the guys that were drafted in the first round. Connie Sanchez was drafted right after by the Yankees. And come down the list. Matt Gonzalez is another guy we looked at later on in the draft, though, but he gets drafted at 25th. And then you have prospect incentive, Brooke Navarro, and then before us, James Douglas and Eddie Ruiz. So it'll be our turn to pick. I thought I might double up on first baseman. Would that be wild to do? I mean, it kind of makes sense to me. I would like Josh Arneson. He has pretty good stats, but I think we can sneak him down the road. I think we're going to double up first baseman. Brian Zarate. Looks like he has similar batting stats. Oh man, but I feel like I should take Josh. He's young. Potential's not. I'm going to stick with the high potential guy. We're taking Brian Zarate. That's who we select, and we'll have to see if Josh falls to us. He wasn't selected in that round. Oh no, he got selected by the Giants. The Giants have been stealing some of our guys early on, interestingly enough. We could take Harmon Mamula, but his overall is abysmal. Potential looks like it's good though. But with only 45 scouting, I'm kind of concerned with that. We go the three first basemen. Is that what we do? That'd be hilarious if we did decide to do that. Huh. I mean, honestly, it's not the worst. Because if one doesn't pan out, then we got two guys backing them up, you know? Carter Schwarter looks like, he looks like a decent player, actually, with good contact. We'll probably hopefully draft him later on. But honestly, it doesn't really seem like we should go anywhere else. I mean, I don't really want Mamula. He may not. He's switch hitting, though. Third baseman. He can develop decently well, it seems like. Just power's not really there. And he can't play anywhere else. But he does switch hit. And I can go Coleman Harper. It's a little bit more interest, a little bit cheaper. It's about the same age. Bats left. You know, I'm always partial to the switch hitters. I think I'm going to go with Carmen Mamula. And then hopefully get Abraham Vargas down the line on the next pick. We'll risk it. I don't need that many first basemen, so we'll secure a third baseman and we'll keep it pushing. Coleman Harper's still there. Abraham Vargas as well. I don't want to wait Kurt. I can get Kurt down the line. He has really good contact, but the concern is definitely from the potential. It's probably why he fell so much. There was a relief pitcher here, wasn't there? I'm not crazy. They got picked for sure. And we'll go Abraham. We'll get the first baseman of the draft, man. We're drafting first baseman and third baseman. We're going to go ahead and simulate to our next pick and see if we can get Kurt. I think we're going to go with Kurt. We'll go with Kurt. Why not? I mean, at this point, it's just kind of, if you get lucky, you get lucky. It's about how it rolls later on in the draft. Looking here, there's not really anybody I want. I don't need any of these players. I would love to get a catcher, but there's no catchers on the board right now. What, is there a catcher anywhere? Catcher here. Rahul. Cordona. I could just risk it. What draft pick is this? 156. I think we risk it on the next one just on a random player. We'll go with Champlin Schoen at 156. Another third baseman. We're going for the corner infields to see if we can shore up those positions for the next few years. And we're just going to go catchers. Let's just see if we can pick. Let's see if we can get lucky here. Let's just see if we can get lucky and find something. A diamond in the rough, if you will. I wish you could look at stats. I would prefer stats over like grades, personally. I think we're gonna lock in Wade Stone. He has better potential grades, so we're gonna lock in Wade, and that's gonna be it for us. That'll be the end of the 2027 draft. As we're gonna simulate here through the last game before the All-Star date. Let's see if we have anybody in the home run derby. We don't. Man, we have not had someone yet. But here's your top 8 players. O'Neal Cruz at 27. Pete Alonso 26. Acuna Jr. 25. Jung-Hoo Lee at 24. Evenly split between the AL and NL, but the top 4 players are AL. The bottom 4 players are NL. Adolis Garcia is going absolutely nuclear this season with 31 homers. Maybe he can break that 60 mold. We're going to look at our All-Stars, see if we have anybody. If we don't have anybody, we're probably not going to play. But we will see. We didn't end up getting a starter or a reliever. Wow. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Eloy Jimenez coming in at DH. Is that our only? I think that is our only. Yeah, that's our only. Oh my goodness. I mean, we haven't had a great year this year. But man, I figured we would have more than one player. But that's kind of how it happens. We're going to player lock as Eloy Jimenez for this game. And we'll probably get 2 or 3 at-bats with him. And then we'll probably simulate it a little bit more. I think we're only at 30-something minutes on this video. We'll try to get to a point where we can look at the draft picks. Maybe have to make a decision on if we're going to sell, keep, or buy. Oh, AJ Puck with an insane delivery. Good timing, though, by Eloy. Just wasn't able to get to it. Unfortunate. Takes pitch 2 for a ball at 96 outside the zone. Another All-Star year for Eloy. 304. Oh, as he gets one ran inside on him, able to get out of there unscathed. 2-1 now. Or 3-2, sorry. Oh, we're already ready 3-2. Do we come to 1-1? And we will get walked. That's one way to do it, I guess. But he is batting, what, 304 this season? Another great year from Eloy. I think this, if he finishes about 300 this year, I think it'll be his 3rd year in a row, maybe. That'll be 2 third base. Oh, interesting. So if you go into the game and select all the settings and then back out and go to player lock, it keeps. I think it keeps your settings. So I think it was on quick counts. I think I was already at 1-1, and then we're at this stadium where typically they'll select Texas, just because that's the All-Star stadium in the game. Maybe not. Maybe on the player locks they don't. Maybe I'm tripping. We pop up one here in the infield. So after a leadoff walk, we haven't done anything
Now
with
the
it.
catcher comes up to him.
I think last year was what they had. Now last year there was
2 outs. Here
was
goes the
the
runner. Pitch
Future All-Star
inside.
game.
Throw to
Or no, that was in
second.
the Road to the Show
Out
series, which
there. And the inning
sick plug. But in the Road to the Show series, there was like a game where there was like, I think they had like 20
underway,
runs
no score.
in the game, which is insane. As Tyler Glasnow takes the mound with the runner on second.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Eli Jimenez. Yeah, we're at a full count now. What's going on? Why are we at quick counts? But yeah, Eli Jimenez, 304 average, 45 RBIs, 23 homers.
This one popped
So he
up,
narrowly
fouled
missed
ground, first base
the
side.
all home run derby, which is insane.
They got it for out number 2.
As a catcher will catch the ball in foul territory. That'll be out number 2 of the inning. Yeah, 1-1. Definitely have quick pitches on, which is interesting. That's deep to right field, so that's going to be a fly out. Nothing coming of it. 0 for 2 for Eloy, but he did give a walk. As he is pinch hit for. Do we win? No, lost 1-2. Unfortunate, but doesn't matter anymore. Used to matter. Used to matter a lot, actually. The winner of it used to get home field advantage in the World Series, which is insane, but like honestly, also a cool reason, like a cool thing. Makes people really want to play. As Kevin LeMahieu will be hurt for 2 to 3 months. This is not what we want to see. See if we can. Oh, we're gonna offer the base contract, and we signed Gabriel Carmona to a cheap deal for us. Honestly, I think it was well below slot value. We're gonna try to sign Brian's. We're not even gonna sign this week. We're just gonna hold off. You got Abraham of Vargas. I wonder if we can offer him below slot value as well, and he signs with us as well. And there'll be 2 signees on the first day, both first basemen too. And then Kurt Shartner. That is 100% how you pronounce that name. I'm not joking. And we're getting a ton of guys for cheap this year, which is actually really good. We need to save the money. We are in dire straits when it comes to our financial situation in the next few years. We've signed a lot of contracts, and it is coming to time to pay. As Terrace Schoober has a no-no going into the 8th inning against his former team, the in-division rivals Detroit Tigers, and we are 15 games below 500. I think we will unfortunately have to make the decision to sell, and that is not what I want to do. I don't really see any other way out of it, because I mean we're 15 games below 500. What are we going to do? Buy somebody? We don't have the money. So we'll get to the ground ball, but it won't be a close play at all. He's safe, and that'll be their first hit of the game. Unfortunate to see, but we still have a shutout. As Spencer Horwitz swings and misses on that first pitch slider. Is there going to be back-to-back hits? No, Robert Jr. will be there to make the play. Unfortunate we weren't able to get the no-no, but we still got a shutout going. Late into this one, with only 74 pitches. A little bit wild on the pitch. Got a little bit too late. I was kind of distracted. I need to pay more attention. We do get that one called, though, on the top edge of the zone. Swing and a miss by Malloy on that slider. Gets out of the way of that. Oh, he's going to throw a fire over. Is he going to get him? Oh, yeah, he got him easy. And that'll be out number 2. He thought he could get there, but Jansen made a good play to get it behind him. Throw him out and swing and a miss, and we get a strikeout. I'll be surprised if we come back out here for the 9th. They put us out here, so we have a shutout going in the 9th. We're facing Colson Montgomery, the former White Sox. We traded in a Scooble trade. We sent him, Drew Thorpe, and who was the other one? Oh, Andrew Benintendi. He was worth a lot of money. He was not worth a lot of money. He was worth near to none, but he had a large contract, $15 million. So we got him off our books. Picked up Scooble. I think we re-signed Scooble in the offseason, or renewal contract, and he's been dominant for us. Sliding in the number 2 slot as Robert Jr. made a amazing play out there in center. but we'll be 2 outs away from a shutout. I kind of miss the boys, Drew Thorpe and Colson Montgomery. I wish we could have kept them, but I mean, when Terry Skubal can be gotten, you get Terry Skubal. He's been dominant this year, dominant in the game. Slots in at number 2 in our rotation, which is insane to say out loud, and it's still be 15 games below 500. I don't know what the problem is. Like, our pitching has been great, which ironically enough, how is that possible? Our pitching staff is insane. Pretty sure it's like the first rated pitching staff in the game, and we're somehow still below 500 by 50% or whatever it is. Ooh, and that'll be a good play by Skubal. Out number 2. As he helped himself as Christian Arroyo is on to face him on the edge of shutoutness. Given, I mean, we still face the minimum if we get him out, because we got the runner thrown out at second trying to steal, which is pretty cool. And he gets a fly out to center field, and that should be an easy play there, and it will be, as he shuts him out. His former team, he always seems to play really well against the Tigers for some reason. Only 5 strikeouts this season, as Sandy Alcantara recently traded, goes 7 innings with only 1 earned. But we win 1-0. That's all you need. Ooh, we take 2 from the Dodgers. Interesting. Maybe we can turn it around here, coming up to the deadline. Thoughts? And we're going to sign Brian Zarate for the minimum as well, 1.9 mil. That is very, very good for us. And we're just going to scout the rest of these guys for the next couple days. We don't really need to sign. I think we'll be able to sign them. We'll sign them probably like 2 or 3 days to go, just so we get a second chance in case we aren't able to. As Robert Jr. hits 2 homers on the day, 5 RBIs. That's half RBIs. We have 10 runs scored against the Brewers here today. We've moved from 15 under 500 to 10 under. Oh, man. If we somehow come back by the end of the month, the trade deadline, and we're like within 7 games, I don't know if we sell. That's the issue. I don't know if we sell in that situation, because like we can buy our way to 500 and possibly be close to getting a wild card slot at that point. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know if we'll decide this video, because I might need to sleep on it. Well, there's a deep shot to deep left center field, and that'll be back. Is that going to be home run number 3 of the day? No, he will catch it at the warning track. Oh, I thought we finally turned around with Hunter Jr. here, but we have not able to. 2 for 5 today, as they scored 2 in the 9th. They get it to 10-3, so still not close. They had more hits than us, so they must have walked a lot of people. They did have an error, so that could have been a little bit of it as well. Abner Uribe, and we're up here with an 0 for 3 day. Robert Jr. down 1 against the Brewers at home. We still have 2 innings to do it. Runner on first and second with 1 away. Oh my goodness. That is good timing swing, and we still just completely miss it. What is going on? Let's check swing, please. Thank you. Thank you. 1-1.
The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base.
Come on.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback.
Swings over that slider very early on it. Pain. Pain said pain.
That ball is foul.
99 from Uribe. Just late and foul it off to stay alive here.
And now the count is even.
Threw a little shoulder at it. That'll be ball 2, 2-2.
That's as close as it gets.
3-2. Worked it back here to full after going down 1-2. Good eye by Robert.
So the tying run at second.
And he will get walked for Eloy Jimenez. I think he's only batting 156 at runners in scoring position, so maybe not the greatest person to come up in the situation. 2 for 4 today. A sac fly will score 1 and tie it up here if we can get it there. Oh, that was a good pitch to swing at. In the middle of the zone. Just a little early on it. We fouled off behind us. 0-1.
Righty delivers. Right through there for a strike. Oh, this guy's so comfortable.
Good pitch.
2 strikes.
Sinker ran back in the bottom half of the zone. Swing and a miss on that sinker as well. After getting a walk to get the bases loaded, we'll strike out and go 2 outs. As Andrew Vaughn is here. Oh my goodness. And that's what we needed literally the last at bat. If we could have gotten that last at bat, we score one and tie the game up. Oh man, it's unfortunate. That's kind of been the way the season has really gone. As we lose 11-9. Jeez. We try to come back. If we didn't give up 4 freaking runs in the 9th, we would have. Jason Foley didn't even get a single out, allowed 3 earned, 4 hits. That is not good. We're going to see if we can sell the draft picks now. One more day, maybe 2. Here against the Tigers once again. We got Dylan Lee on the mound versus Teoscar Hernandez. Down 1 in the bottom of the 9th, or top of the 9th. We've already scored 1 this inning. It's lefty on righty. 1 away here, so a sac fly will work. That's a good shot deep to center field, so that's going to be a sac fly for Teoscar. What a play. At least to tie us up here, to give us a chance going into the bottom half. Extend the game at least another half inning. We'll have to wait and see if we can extend it into extras and keep them scoreless in the bottom half. Behind on that one from Colas. I mean, I guess we technically could still win, but 0 for 3, 2 outs. Trying to be realistic here. Let's take a slider out and away. 1-1, 1 on first. No speed out there, so we're not even going to think about stealing. Took a circle change in on the wrists. 2-1. Throw a meatball in here. We'll give us something. Oh, that was a good swing. But it'll be right to the first baseman. They'll make the play. And Tigers still come back and win it. Sad. We score 2 in the 9th, but they score 1 in the 9th as well. As Schuster gives up 1. And that'll be a win for the Tigers, and we are faltering once again. We get close, look like we're going to do something, and then we just keep on losing. It is the tale as old as time for us. We're going to sign Wade Stone, the catcher, our only catcher we signed, which I don't know, we kind of needed catchers, but Carmen Mamula will be signed for 1.1 mil. Hopefully he can be pretty good for us. We're going to wait one more, I guess not week, one more day, a couple more days to sign the next guy. Jose Leclerc on against the Tigers to try to get a save here late in the game. In the 9th, up to 2 on, 1 away. We need some clutch outs here from Leclerc. He's been good for the last couple years. Not the highest rated closer in the game by any means, but he's been good for us, especially last year. He was in the running for closer of the year. That'll be a strikeout looking for Malloy. That is exactly what we needed on that circle change. That'll be 2 away, 1 more, and we can get out of here with another win. A called strike in on the inner, maybe outer half of that zone. Ooh, a bad pitch. Definitely a missed spot from Malloy, but it's Javi Baez. Okay, we can throw basically anything out here. he's gonna swing at it. We're gonna throw this like 6 inches out of the zone. Fouls off that one up in the zone. Not exactly where we wanted to go. We get some decent wood on it. Fouls it off. I'm telling you, it swings at anything. Swings at anything, and that'll be a liner to third base as we get out of this series. Saved only 1 by Leclerc. Cease gets the win and the player of the game honors as Stone Garrett will be acquired by the Orioles from the Nationals for what looks like 2 prospects. Decent prospects, both above 70 overall. Louis Miley looks like he's going to be good. 70 overall, only 21 years old. But that'll be wait to be seen. 4-4 here in Minnesota. We have a chance with the runner on first and second, 2 away with Andrew Vaughn up to bat. Oh, out ahead of it. Vaughn only has a 207 average with runners and scoring, so it's not the greatest. He is also 0 for 2 today. Way out in front of that slider. Jeez, dude, it looks like he's going to get there way quicker than that. Man. Take another one. Up and away. Not a great location for that. Thank you. Makes it easy for us to take. 1-2 now. Fouls off the cutter. Up in the top third of the zone. Still 1-2. With that amount of clutch, I can't believe he's not better at hitting with runners and scoring. 84 clutch, man. 75 power, 84 vision, and he's 2 of 7 runners and scoring positions. Doesn't have that gene in him, man. And gets it back to full count after going down 3-2. The runner will be on the move. He will take ball 4 to load the bases for Teoscar, who is 0 for 4 today with a strikeout. Hopefully we can get him a hit today. Oh my God. Oh, that was a good pitch. A little late on it. Flies it out to Guerrero Jr. As we're here, as Sosa got an RBI double, we have 3 outs to get a save. But we have to face Guerrero Jr. here. Ooh, gets a called strike. On the edge of the zone. What a good pitch. And a swing and a miss over that circle change. That'll be the first out. We're 1 out closer to getting a win here in Minnesota. We have to face Royce Lewis. Is just as scary as Guerrero Jr. Ooh, he gets to this second base and we'll get the out. The runner will advance to third base, but 1 out away. Anything can be an out. Alejandro Kirk, a bunch of former Jays on this team. This is a former Jay game. We have a catch. I guess Caro is catching day, but we have Jansen, who is a catcher. Kirk, who is a catcher for the Jays. We have Guerrero Jr., who's first baseman, and then Bichette, who's shortstop. Chases that one a little bit, fouls it off. So this is a former Blue Jay game, and they are absolute dog this season. They will strike out. Looking, let's go. As Leclerc gets us a save, and we get out of the game today with Sosa going 3 for 4 with 2 doubles. And Arbe stood on his head today to get us that win, honestly. Came through late in the game as well. I'm going to save, or not save, go to sign our draft pick, our last one. And we're going to be able to sign him for $291,000. So we are done with signing draft picks. We're going to stop soon because it is the trade deadline. We're 13.5 games back. We're only 6 games below 500, and I really, 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 really want to buy. I want to buy so bad. We're only 4.5 games back out of the wild card. See, the Blue Jays are dog this year, 34-77. They're the worst team in the league by far. We're 4.5 games back, and we also have 3 of our guys in our division that are really close. So if we can keep beating up on them, then we can move up very quickly because they'll drop. I don't know what to do. I'm torn. I'm absolutely torn. Cease has figured it out, 9.88. And then I just don't understand this, man. Just a 170 average. He has 19 homers, I guess. What's his slug? What is his slugging? 369. He has an OPS of 611. So not horrendous, but just not as good as he's been the year before. I mean, 242 last year. He was improving year over year. Just disappointing. 262 from Bichette, which is not where he was. 310 last year. 905 OPS. Now he's at 782. That's disappointing as well. Scooble 312 average. Torres has figured it out. He's regressing a little bit though, which is not what you want to see. 295 this season. 292, 315. He's been flirting with 300 pretty much every single season. OPS around that 370 mark. Crochet a little bit above a 3 ERA. Luzardo around a 3.23. Flaherty is what it is. Jimenez, 302. He's been solid, man. Just look at that. 302 this year. 296 last year. 307 the year prior. Slugging this year around at 919. Improved his slugging year over year. Man, he's been such a good blessing for us. 26 homers this last year. He's almost on pace to break out his 2 years ago high, 32. Absolutely insane. Maybe we need to change the lineup. I don't understand. I don't really know where to go from here, and that's the issue. Senzel, 308, having a monster year for us. He's platooned. 279 last year. 906 OPS, but he only has 156 at-bats. He's not even qualified. Cedric Peck still just hasn't figured it out yet this year, man. That's unfortunate to see. He is 78 overall. Maybe we need to move him up. I don't know. And that is the other concern, is that Rivera Jr. has a contract extension up. He's going to be a free agent this year, so do we move him? I don't know. Let's look at the trade block, and then we will let you all go. Obviously, Rivera's there. Wyatt Langford, Jackson Holiday, always there for whatever reason. Jack Sawinski. That's the other thing. It's like we don't really have anybody to backfill him. I guess Esteury Ruiz, who's batting 284 this season, he's only 28. He is fast, so he would fill that position as we need as a leadoff guy. I wouldn't hate getting Esteury Ruiz. He still has 3 years of team control as well, and he can play everywhere. What do you want? Jose Leclerc and George Quiros? Honestly? Wait. What was that? Was that Jose Leclerc? I might trade him. Teoscar and George Quiros. I wouldn't hate that either. He can be an everyday player for us. We'll have to consider it, but we'll see you on the next video. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment and a subscription down below. I really appreciate it. But we'll see you all in the next one.